Okay, ladies, so there have been a crap load of attacks on the news in Seattle, where I live. I live in Seattle, Washington. And it got me thinking that maybe we need to have a very brief discussion about self-defense and boundaries for women and the safety issues that exist currently in our societies. And just because this happened in Seattle doesn't mean it's not happening everywhere else. So this is just topic discussion on self-defense. I wanted to pimp out a book that I'm in love with, that a fellow advocate and friend of mine wrote. Some of you are probably already very familiar with it. Girls Fight Back, College Girl's Guide to Protecting Yourself. Awesome, awesome book. If you haven't gotten it already, I don't care how much you think you know, you need to go out and buy this book. It's by Erin Weed. She's amazing. And she's also on Facebook, and she's also on MySpace, so look her up, Erin Weed. And what Erin talks about a lot of the time is a lot of the stuff that I know, just because I've had the privilege of becoming a certified rape prevention instructor myself through OSDA, the American Women's Self-Defense Association. And most of it you would think is common sense, but a lot of it is stuff that we often forget. And there's a chapter in the book, chapter 3, that's called Be a Bad Victim. Now, I'm not going to go through everything because I think that you really should buy the book, because there's a lot of really good stuff in the book outside of that. But it goes through a lot of the most obvious stuff that we often forget as women and really need to rehearse. And one of those is just being aware. We really need to be aware of our surroundings, things that I used to do in the past that I no longer do. Having my headset on, my iPod, listening to my music when I'm walking alone, having my hands in my pockets. When my hands are in my pockets, I can't defend myself if someone comes up behind me. I'm not paying attention when I'm listening to my music, not going to hear the guy behind me, not going to see this guy over here. My senses are not working properly. And so I'm actually making things a lot more dangerous for me. I'm what they call a target. I'm not paying attention, and I'm the best sort of victim that there is. So Erin talks about what not to be, and that is a good victim, so to, in fact, be a bad victim. And that's pretty much body language. There's a lot of other stuff that she covers in here, including arm movements and eye contact, making people aware that you see them. You're standing at a bus stop, which unfortunately is where all of these attacks have been happening that have been on the news tonight, where women, are not to blame, but unfortunately they're in a situation where they now have a person who is sneaking up behind them or coming in front of them and is, in this particular case, started off as very passive-aggressive and has become more and more, increasingly more dangerous, and is now doing sexual assaults. So this is something that we need to be aware of. Our movements, thinking, we have to start thinking, we have to pay attention, but we have to think. We have to trust our own boundaries. We know that little tiny voice inside of us that we sometimes don't listen to, that has never led us wrong, that tells us, hey, I don't feel okay right now. Hey, this isn't working for me. This person is making me feel creepy. My boundaries that I've set for myself are not in place anymore. And there's like a little light bulb, a little voice that we don't listen to. We need to start listening to that voice. We need to trust our gut, and we need to go with that. And we need to be verbal about it if necessary. We need to say, hey, stop that, step away from me. We don't need to make apologies. This is our body, this is our safety, and we need to start taking charge of that. I am not going to go on much further. I just really wanted to get on, make a short blog, get people talking, get people thinking about how they are managing themselves. How are they perhaps appearing to other people and not thinking about things like your eye contact, your body language, what you're saying to people. And let me reiterate again, being attacked, having someone assault you, not things that we want to happen, not your fault, but again, we have to be proactive in protecting ourselves so that that does not happen. And I would encourage women out there, whether it be teens all the way up to 90 years old, what have you, get yourself into a self-defense course. Go to Girls Fight Back or erinweed.com. Check out all her stuff on there. She's got awesome resources. There's a lot of other people too in your local area, but Erin has made an amazing site that will help you find places in your area so that you're hooked up with people who know what they're doing and can help you get into a better place in protecting yourself. So peace out, stay safe, and I welcome your comments. Thanks.